Hello, Internet. Welcome to Risky Rollers. My name is Carl, and this is On the Desk, and I am by myself. So I have been left here to my own devices this evening for your lovely viewing pleasure, as the team are currently somewhere between South Australia and WA. They are on the road down the dusty track, somewhere, about 8 hours out of Perth, somewhere around there. They decided to take a drive. Hopefully they make it and they can come back. That would be great. Oh, how's your evening tonight, chat? Hello, Mr. Liam. How come I'm not traveling? Well, some of us can't afford to take 6 days off work to drive to WA. So I'm here holding down the fort. We've got a couple of things that we'll cover off tonight. We have a couple of events coming up. We'll cover off a little bit of a primer for the event that the guys are going over to WA to cover. There's some interesting things that happened last weekend, and we have some interesting events like LGT and LVO coming up, so I thought we might chat about that for a little bit. It is even though it's a Thursday evening, it's technically, for us Victorians, a long weekend, so some people have the pleasure of having tomorrow off, so grab yourself a beverage of your choosing and come and hang out and keep me company and chat. You guys are going to have to ask me lots of questions so that I keep having plenty of things to talk to, because I can't talk crap at Lawrence on the stream for an hour. So busy man. Yes, well, having money for food and Warhammer is good. So, yep, maybe next time. We'll see. Hello, Tom. How are you? If you like what we're doing, like and subscribe, press the buttons, click the bell. Make sure that you got it on notifications on all so that you see us when we go live. We always like to thank our lovely channel sponsors, Proxywars, Baron of Dice, Miniature Scenery, and General Games Melbourne. They make sure that we can put on events. But just you guys being here and chatting and pressing that like button helps with the algorithm gods, and keeps us doing this, and keeps us on the air, and we keep coming back, which is good. Just getting some TTS practice for the teams event coming up. Ooh, by chance, which team event is this that you're practicing for, sir? List submissions this Sunday as well, so perhaps have a week to think. Yes, list submissions for the Risky Rollers team tournament, I believe, a Sunday night. Couple of days to overthink one to submit. Yes, it's sometimes you just got to go with your heart, and lock something in and make your peace with it, and get on with enjoying the event and doing your matrix C's and all that kind of fun stuff. Get that kind of thing going. If you're got something you're practicing or locking in, feel free to shout it out in chat, and we can have a chat about it. Shock horror. Yes, shockingly a Risky Rollers event. Who would have thunk it? So one of the things that I thought we'd start with is the There was a GT over in Florida on the weekend that was won by Art of War's Mr. John Lennon, and he was playing a list that I'm assuming we're going to see a little bit of moving forward, especially at the RTT. Not the RTT, at the teams event. He won with Raven Guard Shadowmark Talon. And I really like this list. I think it's kind of cool. I have a Shrike sitting on my desk. Shrike is on my desk. Along with some other things. So it's seems quite good. Exactly what I've done. Too many assignments this and next week to think about new lists. Yeah, pretty much. It's always good with go with something you got practice on rather than going with something you don't. So this list is quite interesting. So we have, it's obviously Raven Guard. We have the new character, Athan Shan. We have a captain with jump hack, Hunter's Instincts. We have Caven Shrike. And we have Lieutenant Combi Weapon with the Coronal Susurrant. Did I pronounce that right, chat? Susurrant. Space Marines have a Vect now on a lone operative combi lieutenant that has a reactive move. It's almost as obnoxious as Blood Angel's combi lieutenant that gets back up. Shrike isn't rent. Yeah, well, that's the only reason I don't have everything ready to go yet. But sometimes you need a bit of a Space Marines palette cleanser. Intercessors, aka the Intercessor attacks. 2 units of jump packs, Assault Intercessors. They get 2 OC with Shrike in the list, so that's quite good. And the meat and potatoes is kind of these 3 units. Centurion Devastators 9, so a 6-man and a 3-man with las cannons and missiles. An Inceptor squad with plasma. An Inceptor squad with bolters, 3-man. Obviously, this detachment has Uppy Downy in a strat, so Inceptors work really well with Uppy Downy, especially the 3-mans that just can 6-inch deep strike onto a point and be like, cool, this is mine now. Is really powerful. And then he rounds out the list with 2 units of 10 Vanguard vets. 1 with shields and 1 with pistols. So I believe the way he plays this, and I believe this was on Tactical Tortoise's stream. They streamed this last game. The Inferno pistol unit goes with the captain with Hunter's Instinct, which lets the deep strike turn 1. So the cool thing is that you deep strike at turn 1. You rapid ingress it. You can then fly 12. You're then within Inferno pistol melter range, and then you can also charge. It's quite good. It gives a unit out that's kind of not negligible to deal with, and it can kill 1, sometimes 2 things quite reliably. It's really hard to deal with. So, and then you've got Uppy Downy from Shan and Shrike, and you've got Uppy Downy Centurion Devastators. So it's a bit of a nasty list. Hello, sir. Just champ singular. I've been left to my own devices. As the guys are currently in a car driving to WA, which is a choice. The guys have been pinging me every couple of hours just to let me know where they've got up to, just in case I have to send the cavalry out. Yes. So yeah, so that's an interesting list. I think there's arguments whether or not this is better than a Gladius. I think it depends on the meta, and I think it depends on your terrain layout. This was obviously GW, so the terrain layout's a lot different. And it also depends on whether your TO has ruled that Raven Guard have with a Raven Guard get the +1 to wound from Oath for being Codex detachment. I think my argument is that it's in the app as under Codex Space Marines, and that would seem to dictate that it would get it. But there has been a couple of tournaments. I know LGT have ruled it that it doesn't. So I think you'll see more Gladius at the London Grand Tournament when those results come out. But with the +1 to wound, I think it's very, very, very tasty. I wanted to make Inferno Pistol Vanguards work so much, but BA wasn't the place. I have very fond memories of the 10-man Death Company unit with 10 Power Fists and Inferno Pistols. That unit did work during Index, Blood Angels. One of the favorite things is just like, okay, well that Armiger is dead, and then I'm going to charge this big knight and I'm going to punch it to death with 40 Power Fist attacks. So yeah, but yeah, the other some of the other things that were doing well, Siegler did well with his AdMech. Nanavati did well with his, well, it's a Florida tournament, right? So it's full of Art of War guys. Siegler did well with AdMech. Nanavati did well with his Eldar list, doing Aspect, Phoenix Lord spam, which was quite amusing. 1 transport, 6 Phoenix Lords. The second place was a Grey Knights Warpbane Task Force. So that was very interesting. Now that the meta has shifted a little bit away from some of those hull spam lists, starting to see the power of the strength 6 neg 2 for 2 type weapons starting to come out, which are arguably pretty good profile anyway, but you can kind of spam them a little bit more now without having to deal with lots of knights and lots of SSK. I think Chaos Knights are probably still quite good, and IK is probably still quite good. Mixed results with the new orcs. Been looking at orcs lists with one of the lovely chat members, and yeah, very interesting. There's some interesting deviations. I've seen lists that just have battle wagons and Gaz on foot, the boys. Not a lot of bully boys. I thought we might see a few more bully boys in some of the submitted lists, but some of that Warhorde aggressive list is quite good. Apparently at LGT there is quite a number of like tower lists as well, so that'll be quite interesting to see now that people are trying to shift to an infantry heavy meta. So we can talk a little bit about the tournament that the guys have gone over to cover off. So it's the West Australian Teams Championships. It's presented by and hosted by Objective Secured. So we were lucky enough to be asked to go over and cover it this year. Dalton attended in person and played, and he really enjoyed it. So jumped at the chance to stream it this weekend. And so yeah, the guys have gone over to do that. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they go. It's a 6-man teams event, which is interesting. The 6-man is kind of that halfway house. Well, obviously between 5 and 8, because it's a number between 5 and 8. But it'll be interesting to see how the 6-man teams play out. I've asked Lawrence to kind of talk about it during the stream, as how their pairings and pickings work in a 6-man as opposed to 5 and 8s. Which we've had a lot more experience on, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. We can flick over to some of the lists are all live. So if you have a subscription to BCB, you can go and check that out. I thought we'd go and find some notable names and have a bit of a squiz to see what they're taking and playing. Big Toe Conglomerate here. A couple of names in this team. Courtney Hill and Adam Batista are on this particular team. So Adam is taking World Eaters. There's a lot of, I think World Eaters, I saw a stat, if one of the stats guys is floating around in chat, something like 7% of the London Grand Tournament is World Eaters, which is quite interesting. So we've got Khan the Betrayer, Lord on Juggernaut, double Lord on Juggernaut, one Slaughterbound, 20-man Berserkers, 20-man Berserkers, 20-man Berserkers, 10-man Berserkers. So that would be 2, 4, 6, 70 Khorne Berserkers. I'd imagine that the double Khan would go with one, and the 2 Lords would go with the other 2. And then we have 1 unit of Exalted 8-bound. I would assume that would be attaching to that Slaughterbound. 2 units of Jackals, 3 units of Jackals. Interesting. No Spawn. That's an interesting choice. Spawn are really good. They benefit a lot from the buffs in this detachment, and they can do things like Dino Point and Sticky. They're really quite a nice, cheap trading unit. It's interesting that that Adam has gone for 3x10 Jackals instead as his scoring units. Jackals are quite good. They punch up for their points as a melee unit, so you don't want to underestimate them. But yeah, interesting list there. What else have we got? Courtney Hill. Courtney Hill we covered a little bit during their WTC coverage. He's actually playing in War Masters. He's a bit of a Necron player. So we've got an Awakened Dynasty list. We have a Catacomb Command Barge with the Feel No Pain enhancement. Chronomancer, Imatech, Luminor, Orokin, Double Warden. So yep, Double Warden with Orokin, Chronomancer for Warriors. That makes sense. Luminor and Imatech 4 points. And then he's got Silent King. It's interesting. So his list in Warmaster, I believe, was double Catan. So slotting in the Silent King is interesting after the changes. Went down 20 points, but it lost ignores modifiers. So instead it gained +2 inches of movement for units within the aura, which is quite good. Makes warriors move 7, so it's a little bit easier to get them on that, advance them to get them on that objective, or with the Chronomancer, you can shoot, move, shoot, move, which is quite good to get that early primary. And now that we don't have any challenger cards, I really like the warrior spam and no challenger cards matter, because you can get up primary really quickly. It's kind of hard to come back, right? Double Reapers with the Flare Tech for the extra range. Ghost Arc, Reanimator, Spider, Crypto. 1 unit of Flavons, 1 unit of Tomb Blades. I kind of like the Tomb Blades. They're 2 OC each and they go fast. It's kind of good. No, sometimes you see the points moved around a little bit to fit in Obsidian Destroyers because... Sorry, Ophidian Destroyers because they go up and down. But given that he's taking Silent King, he probably doesn't really have the points. What else do we have? If you're from WA and you got any take on this, or you've got a list, somebody you'd like to check out, or a faction you'd like to check out, give me a yell out. I'm going to play this a bit, a bit more loosey-goosey tonight, given I'm here by myself. So please feel free to, jump in and keep the conversation going. What's his team? So his team is World Leaders, Necrons, Gene Stealer, Culture, Kari, Death Guard, Granites. Seems strong. We got Orcs, Death Guard. What does Orcs player take? Tactical. Okay, interesting. Big mech, mega armor, shock attack gun, Snickrot, Pascal, Mozrog. I don't like Mozrog. He went down in points. I wonder if he's taking Squig Hog Riders with him or not. He's gone for the weird boy. He's gone for the jump. 20 boys, 5 storm boys, 5 storm boys, 5 storm boys. Truck, flash kits, Gretchen, looters. Megadobs, Squig, yeah, there's the Squig Hog boys, tank busters. Oh yeah, pretty well-rounded tactical list. Knights, World Leaders, Death Guard. Guard. What's this guard list? Alex, you're hanging around. You might be, oh, Hammer. Okay. Makes sense. What is he spamming? 1 commander, 2 commander, 3 commander. Shock troops. 1, 2. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Rogel Dawn, 6 Rogel Dawns. It is a 6 Rogel Dawn list. That is a lot of Rogel Dawns. Be interesting to see how he goes. Keep an eye down on Alexander there. What else we got? What's this Necron list? Six Rogel's incredible, yeah. That's I'm not sure what terrain they're playing on for this event, but 6 Rogel Dawns are really hard to fit anywhere. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Star Shatter, okay. Star Shatter took a bit of a hit with the Silent King nerf because the Doomsday arcs really like ignore modifiers. Oh, it's Warriors, okay. It's 10 warriors. 12 rates. 6 scarabs. Interesting. Crypto, doomsday, Ophidian, Triarch. Wow. That's interesting. So they're going Triarch Stalkers for the Ignores cover. 2 Doomsdays. It's kind of light on damage, but it's got a bit of staying power with Warriors and the rates and double Ophidians. It's got a bit of mission play. It's not bad. Hello, Erina. How are you? There's a couple of your team in chat at the moment. How's your Risky Rollers team tournament prep going? You getting games in? You getting some practice games in? Dark engine. Have a quick look at that. Been painting. You've been painting Dark Elder or something else? No one is ready for you, including me. Yeah. Let's make that a little bit bigger. Wrath of the Rock. Yep. Makes sense. Lion Wrath of the Rock. Interesting. Deathwing Knight. Only 1 Deathwing Knights, 2 Deathwing Terminator, 3 Deathwing Terminators. Inner Circle Land Raider. And normal Terminators. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Gone for the cheaper Terminator units. And only 1 Deathwing Knights. Interesting take. I wonder how that goes. I suppose it gives you more Terminator bodies. But Wrath of the Rock list's power is very much in the rules that you get off the Deathwing Knight starter sheet. Ooh, Custodes. Have a look at the Custodes list. 300. We'll be taking some movie inspiration. Alright, only characters are Blade Champs. Alright. 2 Custodian Guard. 2 Grab Tanks. 2 Wardens. Prosecutors. Freighters. Witch Seekers. So 2x2 bikes, Witch Seekers, and some Prosecutors. Yep, seems pretty stereo up and down. Shield Host is interesting. Handsome Curry plus 1. I guess that Curry Love is the handsome one. I don't know, maybe Rig or Callum or somebody can let us know. Given that this is Callum German Lucky Rig list, let's have a look to see what the whole team makeup is. So we've got Votan. So Brenton's on Votan. The new Memnia Strategist. 2 of them. 2 of the Shooter Dudes in Uther, Arcing Warriors, the new Precious Carriers. Yeah, I think Sagittarius kind of taken a bit of a hit. Thunderkin, yep. 2 Fortresses, Pioneers, Jaegers. You need to be able to split those Jaegers. How many of the carriers? 1, 2. Okay, so split the 2 units into 4. 2 in the transports, 2 on foot. Shooty steeljacks, six of the steeljacks with guns, and then 6 of the steeljacks with melee weapons. All right. So I wonder what goes in the land forts. Interesting. I don't know whether the Thunderkin or how many spots the steeljacks take up in the land fort, but that would be interesting to see how he sets up, deploys that list. Callum's on orcs. Interesting. So he's given up the Space Marines. I see he is a purveyor of good memes. Snickrot, Warboss, 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 Warboss. No Gazgal. Aaron is also painting D. Elder. You're helping out a teammate, are you? I don't know. That's kind of you. Are you gonna have to like burn your brushes before you go like painting more sisters or knights or whatever after painting Dark Elder? Oh, it's Bully Boys. Okay. Interesting that it's Bully Boys and he still doesn't have Gaz. He's just going for more units. Double truck, battle wagon, Gretchen, commandos, mega knobs, Storm Boys. Very punchy list. Going to be able to 3 transports, 2 trucks and a battle wagon. So he's going for a more tanky, killy orc build as opposed to like a MSU that we've kind of seen. I'm a good mum. I'll help the kids with their homework. Yes. Sometimes the kids do need help with their homework. Do some knights. Always painting knights. Awesome to catch the event. Yes, well, I'll be catching the event alongside all of you this weekend, as I am here with you lovely peoples instead of driving to WA. Ugh. All right, what else we got? All right, let's see Handsome Henry's Death Guard, shall we? Stinky fellas. Morty's Hammer. Lord of Contagion, Virulence, Teleman. He's got Spawn. Death Shroud, Blood Drones, Light Launchers, Plague Bursts, Box Walkers. Seems like a pretty standard hammer list. It's interesting that it's Morty's Hammer. Morty's Hammer has the ability to point at a unit that's out of range and make it contagion, and that unlocks your Death Shroud being able to 6-inch Deep Strike. So, and yeah, it's interesting. You'd see a lot more virulence because it has sticky. So this is obviously, well, I would assume that is a bit of a blunter list. They might play it fairly defensively because it's really hard to shift. It's got a lot of holes. It's very stat checky. Got indirect. Got all the rules. Mr. Jordan Barris is playing AdMech. Ooh, what type of AdMech are we looking at? Halo Cree. Interesting, not Skitarii cohort. Crawl got an Call got a buff. That's not surprising to see. Manipulous, Rangers, Vanguard. Doonrada. Ooh, 10-man Electro Priest unit. That's interesting. Ballistari Iron Striders got a buff to their las cannons in the data slate. That's why we're seeing a little bit more of them. They've got Twin Link on the las cannons, which is quite good. Cerberus Raiders, okay. Infiltrators, Rust Stalkers. Lots of bodies still. This list could do a fair bit of damage. But it's interesting to see that this is more of a bodies list and less of the, Taraxi, the tank. What's the tank called? Scorpius Disintegrator or something like that. Something a bit more killy. So this is, a big primary score, primary blind type list. Mr. Lachlan Rigger, Blood Angels player of my own heart. What has he decided to take? So this is Liberator. So he's got the Smash Captain with Hulk out. Captain with Jump Pack. Chaplain with Fight First. Dante Death Company with Jump Pack. So the Death Company Captain, instead of having Hulk out, has gives the unit that is attached to sustain, which is quite cool. Lieutenant with Combi Weapon. Assault Intercessors for the Smash Captain. Intercessor attacks for the backfield. Impulsor. 2x5 Assault Intercessor Jump Packs. They're quite good. Only 12 Blade Guard vets. I think last time he might have been playing 18, but he's got the 2 units of 6. 5-man Death Company. 6-man Sangard. And 2 3-man Sanguinary Guards. And a Scout Squad. The new Sanguinary Guard changes are quite good. I've had one test game with Lancers, with the Incarmite Lance instead of the Incarmine Blade. The 4 attacks, strength 6, neg 2 for 2 with Lance is quite good. There's obviously times when having neg 3 in combat is very good, but a lot of the things that you're kind of going into are involved. A lot of Terminators, things like that. 5-up involves where the neg 3 kind of gets wasted. So I'm a kind of a fan of the Lancers now. How many captains? So he's got Dante and a captain's unit. So one of those Sanguinary Guard units isn't going to get led. It'll be interesting to see who he chooses to lead. Generally, like, you go, you know what, I'm going to put Dante with the Sangard, the 6-man, and then just go ham as your big hammer unit. But he may choose to spread it out. We'll see. Scouts to do scouts things. And then they round out their 6-man with some Chaos Space Marines. Cult. Okay, interesting. So Cypher, so it's AC/DC. Okay. Sorcerer and Terminator armor. Cultists, Guardsmen. Curse Cultists, Annihilator, Destructor, Nurglings, Rodigus. Ah, okay. So it's the AC/DC units with Rodigus. Interesting. So what does it do for their full list? Okay, so they don't have Necrons. They have AdMech. There's no guard. So they've got Shooty Votan. They've got Punchy Orcs. Defensive Orcs. They've got Defensive Death Guard. Then they've got an aggressive Blood Angels. So you kind of, they've got a pinch with the Orcs and the Blood Angels. And then they've got a pinch for scoring with the AdMech and the ACDC CSM. Yeah, interesting. So, you can imagine that the Votan's probably a first defender. Take a table pick, a light table pick. See how that goes. All right, let's in comparison. Let's check out. There's a Drukhari list. We'll have a look at this one. Michael's quite good, so we'll see what he's playing. One sec, chat. Ugh. Oh, damn. Frog in my throat. Better have some more drink. Adrian is on Adrian is on Liberator as well. Lamarty's Sanguinor. So he has the Sanguinor. He's got the Smash Captain, 2 Jump Captains, Chaplain. Oh, so he has no Dante. Okay. So he sacrificed the points from Dante for the Sanguinor for the anti-melee, anti-aggressive pick, which is quite nice. Currently I am on the Angelic Narrators bandwagon again. So I like the Sanguinor on that. Find it interesting sometimes to see it in the as an anti-aggressive tech piece in Blood Angel. Works quite well in the World Leaders meta too, because if they try to string, say you've got a 20-man unit of Berserkers, right? A lot of the power in that list is by being able to 6-inch consolidate charge and swing the charging Berserk unit around. Because this list has a Sanguinor, when he completes his charge, what he can do is place it at the end of the string and limit the movement the unit can make, which is quite powerful. So he's probably hunting those type of lists. Assault Intercessors, JPIs. 1 6-man Blade Guard vets, 1 10-man. I'd assume that would go with Lamarty's. 3 Sanguinary Guards. So 1 spear, 1 spear, 2 swords. So interesting. So he's got the 2 captains. He's only got 2 jump captains, which means that one of them is going to be unled. And I wonder whether the captains will go with the blade unit. Because they don't have lance inbuilt, it means you get a free strat from the captains onto the of lance onto the blades, which are quite nice. Scouts, and an impulsor for those for the Smash Captain. Seems cool. Oh, music, you stopped. Why did you stop for? What do we want to put on? How about some coffee shop jazz hop? All right. Let's look at this. Let's look at Michael's Drukhari. Hey, you guys excited for the release? All of the expressions of interests went out this week, so I'll get my hands on the. I really like the Combat Patrol box. the new one with the racks and the 2 Talos. I don't have any of those modeled yet, so they look quite good. Looking forward to that. And then I've almost got a full Dark Eldar army. Shh, don't tell anybody. Reaper's Wager, pretty funny. Actually, Scari's list is quite interesting that he's taken to LGT because he's taken the Solitaire and a Void Reaver. You're ready for Codex? Yes. It looks pretty good from some of the leaks and the previews. We got an Archon that gets the Vect. There's Lilith. Very light on characters. No Beast Pack. Lady Malice is being converted into the elf half of Demon Fugue. Ah, interesting. Yeah. So 2x10 warriors, witches for Lilith. 1, 2, 3, 4 venoms. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm assuming there's going to be some incubi in the last venom. 1 Chronos, 10 pack of Hellions. I think Scari's gone off the 10 pack. I think he's taken 2 5s in his LGT list. We can have a look at. I've got the thing open, ready to go. Incubi, 1 Mandrake, 2 Mandrake, 1 Scourge, 2 Scourge, 2 Scourge. 1 unit with Dark Lancers, 1 unit with Haywire. So 2 Talos, 1 Chronos. The Pain token regeneration. I think I got a points decrease or something as well, didn't they? Probably because Beast Pack will be gone quite soon. Yes, probably. It's a resin, isn't it? It's a really good unit. Is there anything else in the book that scouts? Because I think that's, you obviously have Mandrakes for Uppy, Downy, and Infiltrate. But I'm not sure if anything else in the book scouts. Oh, okay. And then Starweaver with 5-man troop in it and 4 Skyweavers. Okay, so he's got a little bit of Harlequin to bump to make a play for the reroll 1s for wounds for Reaper's Wager for the Dark Ally units, but interesting. No character for the troop, no troop master. I'm not sure how good the troop are by themselves. I would have liked to see a troop master with the troop unit. Or Solitaire instead. I think Solitaire's quite good. What does their Tau list look like? Let's have a look at the Tau list, huh? I have taken great pains not to laugh at the actions of aliens, nor to weep at them, or to hate them, but to understand them. Deep. The deep list name. Ret Cadre. So extra range. Farsight, Cold Star, triple Cold Star, double Enforcer. Interesting. Carnivores, Pathfinders, Stealth suits, Bespid. 2 individual broadsides. Oh, sorry. 2 2-man broadsides. No, 1 man. No, they're 1-man broadsides. Interesting. of fire knife, 2 units of fire knives, 3 units of fire knives, and like 3 crisis star sights at 110 is not bad. Sunforge. So that's crisis suit spam. Okay. No ghost kill. No. What's that? What's it called? The iron cannon, the tank. What's it called with the sky? It's not the sky ray. It's the Chad, you know what I'm talking about. No tanks, no hulls in this. It's interesting. EC love. You want to see an EC list? All right, let's have a look. Let's see if we can find one. I know there's one. I know that Lennon is playing EC in the Challenger Cup, so we'll we might flick over to them in a sec. Hammerhead, thank you. Yes, the Hammerhead tank. Yes, Hammerhead with no Hammerheads with ion, no Riptides that have just been buffed. So the South Australian guys are going over. So Napier and Brad are going over. So that's cool. What's Napier playing? Blood Angels. Oh, what Blood Angels is Napier taking? So he's taking lag. So he's got Smash Captain, Jump Pack, Fights First, Mephiston. Okay. Sometimes you see Mephiston more than the Sanguinor. Assault Intercessors, Pulsar, JPIs, Trip JPIs, Double Ballistus. Ballistus 150 points you're not seeing as many of. 150 points, like, when you're 10 points less than a Gladiator Lancer, you kind of start to get, you know, at 130 they're a steal. 150 probably feels about right. But that it starts to compete in that slot with other things. He's playing 15 BGVs. So 2x6s and a 3. There's the Lancer. Infiltrators, Scouts. Yep. Fight. Hang on. Hang on, chat. Hang on. Mr. Napier. Can I scroll past it? There's no Sangard in this. No Sangard, no Death Company. How interesting. Okay, so the first JPI unit is a 10-man with the captain. So he's going for the rapid ingress JPIs. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on this one and see how he does. Let's see if we can find an EC. EC. Oh, here's an EC. Don't let me fail. Oh, fail what? What am I failing? I didn't do nothing. There's an EC list here. We'll have a quick look at that, and then we might flick over to Challenger Cup, London Grand Tournament, and then kind of see how we go. So if there's stuff that you want to see at the Challenger Cup or the London TD, now's the time to pop it and chat, and I'll queue it up, as they say in the biz. Biznich. Full metal jacket reference there going on. Demon Prince with wings, double Demon Prince with wings, 2 Exaltants, Cacophonists, Lucius, Fractors and Fractors, Tormentors. Okay. Only 2x5, so 2 Infractors, 2 Tormentors, 2 Rhinos, 2 Mauler Fiends. Okay, so he's going with the Night Tech. Orcs, Tyranids, Dark Elder. We'll see if we can find some of those. We'll have a look at, there's an interesting Orcs list in the Challenger Cup that we'll have a look at. Nids. Alright, we'll have to find a Nids list too. Eric Laturis is playing Nids in Challenger Cup in the Team Oz Challenger Cup team. So we'll go and we'll check that out. Noise Marines. Oh, Liam is still there. What do you think of this list? It's pretty straight up and down, right? There's no cheeky, what are the sword bros called? Looking at him now. I just turned around to look at it. Lawrence's are sitting on my desk, waiting to be painted. Flawless blades. There's no flawless blades. So yeah, interesting. Interesting chat. Interesting. Oh, we'll get rid of that. So Challenger Cup is also on. And this is 8 mans. There is a where is it? No, I did have it. Where'd they go? Let me find it. Hold. There we go. So Eric is taking a team over to Challenger Cup. That list does what it says on the box. Yeah, I assume the EC list. Yeah, does what it says on the box. We've got an Orcs list, a Drukhari list, and a Nids list. So there you go, Arena. We'll let's have a look at what Eric thinks is good for teams Tyranids. Invasion Fleet, Death Leaper, Nero Tyrant, Tervigan, Winged Hive Tyrant. Tervigan's interesting. Gaunts. Hang on. 20 Horms, 30 Horms, 40 Horms, 50 Horms, 20 Termagants, 40 Termagants, 60 Termagants, 80 Termagants. So it's 130 Gaunts. It's a lot of Gaunts. So he's just going Nids Cup. Fireball, Lictor, 2 Maliceptors, 2 Neurolictors, and 3 Venom Thrones. So this has very little shooting. It's some tanky big units, some Lictors, Fireball for scoring, Venom Probes, and just dudes. Tervigan to support the Gaunts. And yeah, interesting. There you go. An absolute horde list. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you clock this list. We say it's a lot of models. Let's have a look at Brian's Kari. So he's taking Sky Splinter, Archon. There's the Beast Pack. Bizarre, Lilith, Urian's great. Gets back up. Kind of tanky with the Feel No Pain. Sometimes she just doesn't die. Warriors, Witches. Double Raider, triple okay. 1, 2, 2 raiders, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 venoms, Court of the Archon, Incubi, Mandrakes, Scourge. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus the Court and the Incubi. Yeah, lots of transports, lots of movement. Got some really killer units here with the Court of the Archon. Fights first, give it rerolls. It's great. Incubi, a 10-man unit. And a little bit of shooting. There you go. And yeah, Court Blob would go on one of the raiders probably. Unless you play it defensively. Oh, Jordan's playing Sisters. Let's have a look at that list. So Martyrs, Canoness, saintly example. 2 Canoness with jump back, Spill, Junith, Val, Palatine. Immolator with multi-melter Immolator, Rhino. Okay, 1 Immolator, 1 Rhino. Interesting. 3 Castigators, 1 with battle cannon, 2 with auto cannons. 2 by 10 Sacristans. Dominion, 1 unit Dominion, 1 Retributor, 3 Warsuits, and a Zephyr. Interesting. What do you think of that? Bust wants me to be lower on ITC. Yeah, pretty standard Hello Martyrs. Yeah, I tend to agree. It's less like shooty pieces, I suppose, because there's not as many immolators, less and not as much melter, but it's quite good. Very close to your list. What's in the Eldar list? Wow. Ask and ye shall receive. So he's going for the aspect host. Okay, so he's going aggressive. The strategic savant, Autark, Fugan, Janes R. Lickus. So no Mugen, no Suman. 1 Void Reaver, so 1 unit for scouting. And then Storm Guardians Sticky. 1 Wave Serpent. 1 direct Reapers, so no indirect. 10 Fire Dragons, 2 by 5 Banshees. That makes sense because, well, we'll see. One of them will go with Janes R and the strategic savant. Oh, it's an Autark with strategic savant, as opposed to a Wayleaper with strategic savant. So it's a foot Autark. So the foot Autark must be going with the Banshees. 10-man, 2 10-man Hawks and 1 5-man. So sticking with 2 10-mans. And 2 Warp Swipes. So there you go. So slightly like, this would be a list that I'd you'd see much more commonly pre-data slate, but it'd be interesting to see how it performs now, I guess. What day did the guys leave for the drive? Last night. So they left yesterday, so today's Thursday, so they left for Wednesday night. They're due in middle of the day tomorrow, so that they can set up, and then the stream will start 8:30 their time, 10:30 our time. So yeah, Hopefully they get there in one piece, and then they're packing up, turning around, and coming home. Yeah, it's just outside of Perth. It is. Yeah. I'm not doxing myself with this, am I? Kelmscott. It's a 6111, so I can't imagine it's that far out of Perth. They are crazy bastards. Yep, they are. Look, they're taking all the streaming gear, and flying the streaming gear is really expensive. So they're, you know, it's a good time to remind everybody that costs a lot of money to cover these events. So, you know, if you're looking to support, you like what we do, yeah, press all the buttons. Check out Patreon. Patreon's a great way to support us. There's a really cool tier that has Club Day membership in it, which is quite nice if you want to come down to Club Day. It covers that as well as supporting us. Because we're doing this just because, you know, we want to put this on for you guys. Shill baby, hell yeah. Well, yeah, I yeah. It'd be nice if this thing was self-sufficient, but you know, we take anything extra that we take. We try really hard to put into the next events. Buy terrain, keep gear up to date, keep the production quality of, especially of the tournament coverage, up to date. So yeah, we love shilling, and I love dancing. And you know what? Speaking of shilling out, don't forget that Lawrence is going to have to wear a suit while he casts at the team's tournament. So that'll be very interesting. Hello, Mr. Ryan Jones. Great to have you here. No, you know what he does, Arena? He makes, there's some certain sucker that agrees to paint things for him. There's no commission in it. Some of us like punishment, is all I have to say, for Lawrence's meta armies. Ooh, what's their, they're taking GSC 2 and Eric's not on it. That's interesting. What's their GSC list look like? Outlander Claw. So bikes, I think that is. Benefactus, Saboteur. Hybrids with flamers, hybrids with flamers, hybrids with flamers, hybrids with flamers. 20 man. 10 man, 10 man, 10 man. Truck. Ridge runners. And bikes, yeah. And rock grinders. Oh, it must be the 10th one. Is it the same detachment? What a sucker. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Fortunately, I keep coming back. What else did I say? I promised you... John Lennon's list. So let me find that. Let me just do 2 seconds. Chavaroni. There we go. All right. So Lennon playing EC. So in comparison, this is John's EC list. So double Doom Prince, result, Alchemist, Practice, Rhino. See, he's got one Morphine, one Flawless Blaze. The most, and that's the only difference. Everything else is the same. So interesting. So he's going for a backfield kind of holy skirmish unit rather than the double Morphine. So there you go. Oh, and the Orcs list. I said I'd show Michael's Orcs list. So this is quite interesting. So in comparison to the tactical list, so he's taking Warhawk. Double Beast Boss, Big Mech, Snickrot, Guzgale, double War Boss. He's got 2x10 Beast Snaggers, 20 boys, 4 trucks, 5 Flash Gits, 10 Gretchen, 10 Commandos, 2x5 Knobs, 3x5 Storm Boys. So a much more skirmishy Warhorde list. No battle wagon, just trucks, and the 20-man with Gaz on foot. I like the Beast Snaggers. I like the Beast Snagger Beast Boss. He does a lot of work for what he is, especially on the war turn. So I quite like that. Flawless Blades are good now. Bye. I wouldn't call them. I don't know whether they're good. I think their worth has been yet to be proven. Probably the way that I would put it. You already have 12? Yes, well, I think so does Lawrence. So he really wants them to be good too. All right. Well, that's all I really wanted to cover off tonight, chat. We've gone for, just on an hour, which is not bad. Especially given that you've only really heard my dulcet tones straight for an hour. Trying to psy-op Liam. Yeah, well... yeah. Good luck with that. Hope they introduce Primarch level Gork models. They even attract me to start an Orc army. Guzgale is such a cool model and such a fun model to play with. I mean, I suppose you got your kind of like Gorkanaut, Morkanaut. They're not Primarch level, but Gaz is kind of like the Primarch, I guess. Orcs are just really fun to play, whether they're good in the meta or not. So yeah. All right. Well, thanks for joining, keeping me company in my lonesome chat. It's been good to have you here. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully the guys will make it in one piece and be online on Saturday morning for the WATC. And so we'll see you on that stream. I will be in and out of chat. So come in and say hi. What are the stuff that we've got going on? We've got the weekend after next is the Risky Rollers 8-man team tournament. Really looking forward to that. That's at the Gaming Arena. That is sold out. We've packed out the place. Lists are due on Sunday, so I'm going to be really interested to see. Let me double check. I say Sunday. There was a post in Facebook that went up to list subs. So before I sign off, let me just make sure I have that correct. 28th at midnight. Sunday night midnight lists are due for the team tournament, so make sure you get them in chat. And And then make sure you get your tickets for the Open. We're gearing up for that. That'll be coming up on us very, very quickly. Our first weekend in November. And then the guys are, there's an event that is happening in Sydney on the 21st of December. So the guys are going up to Sydney for that. So there's still quite a few events left in the year, which is awesome. You're taking Spirit Conclave for a spin. Nice. Brought my open ticket last week. Yay! That's excellent to hear, and we're very, very grateful to have you. Press all the YouTube buttons. Big thank you for our channel sponsors, General Games, Miniature Scenery, Dice, Baron of Dice, the dicing needs. I think we still have some dice, and floating around if you want some pink Risky Rollers dice. And there's Proxywars. They help us with swag for the events, which is awesome, and lets us make fun events for you. Got there in the end. Go to Facebook, Risky Rollers events for all the updates. Keep an eye out in there. If you haven't got tickets yet for the Open, riskyrollers.com.au is where you go to get those. We'll leave it there, chat. It's been great chatting to you. Have a good one. We'll see you next week in prep for the Risky Rollers Teams tournament. Looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys have a good long weekend. Get that practice in, and we'll see you next time. Bye.